Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome to Black Ops Cold War. Oh man, where do I even begin with this game? So, I have, obviously, I think I've mentioned before that I have played Call of Duty most of my life. And, you know, when Modern Warfare 2019 started happening and it seemed like a lot of things were changing, I was initially like very scared about what Treyarch's game was gonna be like, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that allegedly happened during the development of this game, but I still had faith in the fact that regardless of what sort of hell Treyarch was going through dev-wise, they would at least try to put out the best kind of Call of Duty that they could do, because I have wholeheartedly trusted them ever since I started playing seriously back in Black Ops 2. And while Cold War obviously isn't their best one, it's definitely up there, and I think the game is definitely underrated. So alongside just kind of talking about some random stuff for today, I decided to hop on and we'll go ahead and hang around on the multiplayer for a little bit. And also try and play a little bit of zombies, just to kind of showcase a little bit of the game. So one thing that I actually noticed as things were kind of going down yesterday was basically now the merger of Microsoft and Activision is fully greenlit. So we are going to have Microsoft owning both Halo as well as Call of Duty under the same sort of publisher slash overarching company, which is crazy to think, just because of the fact that when Call of Duty was back in its heyday, you know, back in like 2008 up to like 2013, 14, everybody and their mom was comparing Call of Duty and Halo as well as Battlefield. Those were like the big three FPSs of, you know, like prime arena shooter, or even just shooters in general. And now we have two of the big three literally just being owned by the same parent company now. Oop, hello, come here. Hell yeah. Now, what is this gonna mean for sort of the greater... Whoa! That was not fun. So what is this gonna potentially mean for the future of Call of Duty and what it potentially could see changing? In all honesty, I think I'm gonna side with the majority and see that, you know, for the most part, nothing is gonna change. And at most, we'll start seeing the Call of Duty games pretty much going straight to Game Pass for both Xbox and PC, with maybe a little bit of the exclusivity sort of leanings to start going back to Xbox. Now, granted, as I'm sure you've all probably been able to tell, I've talked about it explicitly a few times, but I am a PlayStation player, and I have been most of my life. I've never had anything against Xbox as a platform. My father just actually bought us a PS2. That was my first, like, big console, and we've just stuck with PlayStation ever since. And I would say that kind of around the time that I started taking Call of Duty like 100% seriously and like trying to learn everything there was about the game and getting into all of the nooks and crannies of like teases and learning about like the overall COD cycle and things like that, that was pretty much right at the turn of when exclusivity started leaning towards PlayStation. That was nice. So seeing people kind of freaking out about the fact that like, oh, well, what's going to happen with exclusivity, or is Call of Duty going to leave the PlayStation platform? I don't think it is. I think sort of logically, like actually trying to think intelligently here, with the massive amount of the player base being on PlayStation as of right now, I think it would be an extremely ill-advised decision to just cut off Call of Duty from the PlayStation platform in its entirety as of right now. And if anything, with all of the appeals that Microsoft and Activision have been trying to do to just allow for the merger to go through, you know, Activision and Microsoft have both contracted to keep Call of Duty on the PlayStation for the next decade, which in all honesty is complete overkill, and at that point it should have been just a practical guarantee for eternity, but I don't think any sort of business would want to commit to an eternal contract of that sort. So I would say that like the decade sort of commitment from Microsoft in that regard is perfectly fine. And you know, things can change after that. I probably won't even be playing video games after that point. You know, who knows? If anything, like everyone's kind of predicting, all that'll really change is we'll just start seeing Call of Duty on Game Pass for Xbox and PC. I am curious if the merger is actually going to start showing any sort of massive changes to the Call of Duty game itself. Like, with how things have been going the past 5 years from 2019 up to now, things have just not been the same, and Call of Duty has not felt the same. Cold War is really the last arcadey Call of Duty that we had, and it has a little bit of the modern stuff from 2019, but not a lot to the point where it feels completely alien. Treyarch definitely wanted to keep it as, you know, classic Call of Duty as possible, which I greatly appreciate. That makes the game extremely fun. One thing that I actually completed last night that I'm pretty proud of is actually what you can kind of see in my hand right now. I mentioned it in yesterday's video where I got diamond SMGs, but the PPSH was not one of them. So I spent probably about an hour and a half just going through and completing what leftover challenges I had for the PPSH to get it gold. And because I already have diamond SMGs as a category, it automatically unlocks diamond for it as well. And man, diamond camo is just such a sexy aesthetic. I love it. Like the pale gold trimming with the twinkling diamonds is such a good look for a gun. I'm just so happy that I actually have it, because while I did do the zombies mastery camo grind, which is this one right here, basically just how it looks like for all the guns, a nice spacey deep purple. It's called Dark Ether. I have that for all the guns, and that's at the end of the zombies one. The zombies diamond is basically just what you see right here, but the pale gold is deep purple as well, and the diamond's also twinkle purple, which, you know, it looks good in its own right, but I honestly just prefer this classic diamond look that was first established in Black Ops 2 back in 2012. It's such a good look, dude. I hear someone behind me. Yeah, one thing that I'm also noticing just from playing Call of Duty, even without my headset on, a lot of people just don't really understand that their footsteps are pretty loud, and they probably don't understand that there's a perk that helps to silence that. Damn it, I almost had him. Because that's literally what I'm doing right now. I'm running both Ghost to stay off the radar, as well as Ninja just to have silent footsteps. And in most cases, the enemies literally don't know where I am. It's so good. Friendly reset inbound, ready? Actually cut. Oh, he's looking for me. Oh, he's looking for me. Ready, ready, ready? Oh, no, shot in the back. Woo! Oh, there's a guy over here. Ready, 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 ready? Oh, he's coming here. See, this is what I mean when we're missing classic Call of Duty style of gameplay, because while Cold War definitely isn't like harkening back to perfection as what I would claim Black Ops 2 was, it's definitely hella closer than anything that has come out from Infinity Ward. And I don't want to be mean and say Sledgehammer, because they're definitely trying their best too, but I don't know, man. Treyarch games just kind of hit differently. Whoa, that guy was speedy. All right, move along. See, this is classic Mike stuff right here. I loved just playing Call of Duty like this and just having good fun. Even if I'm dying, even if I'm not doing like too good sometimes, it still is genuinely fun. That is a sentry gun. About a day or two ago, I think it was actually the day that I got the diamond SMGs, I went into zombies and I kind of just experienced having normal diamond in there. Whoa! I went into zombies just to experience having the normal diamond camo on some of my guns. And after a little bit of playtime over there, I decided to jump back into the multiplayer. And literally my first game, people were in the voice chat actively talking trash to each other. That's not the problem. The problem is they were actually like just ranting at each other about who was good and who was bad. And that had me thinking like, oh boy, this is going to be a sweat lobby, isn't it? But partway through that game, I was actively stomping without like even trying, legit. I don't remember what gun I was using, but I think I got on a 22 or a 23 kill streak during one of my lives on there, and people were actively getting mad in the voice chat. It was so funny. Oh shoot, the train's coming. I'm gonna try and beat it to the platform. Hell yeah. Wow, it takes forever to come by. Alright. But yeah, it's just always that nice unknown factor that keeps the overall game like really fun, because you never know what you're gonna get. That's the whole point. And if you actively like push yourself to get better at the game, then you could end up actually winning more organically. And I think that's part of why Call of Duty was so successful in the past. It's coming again. It's barely been like 5 seconds. But I had that super long kill streak, and once the game was over, the guys on the other team were actively upset, like, all right, do you have to sweat so hard? I didn't vocally respond, but I was literally just on there, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even really trying. I don't have my headset on. I'm not actively listening for any footsteps, because, like, if you're not wearing Ninja, I kind of mentioned it earlier, if you're not wearing Ninja, it's pretty obvious where you're running to, because the footsteps are kind of loud. And Ninja doesn't even completely mute your footsteps, it just makes them a hell of a lot quieter. They're still audible if you run up to someone, but man, that's just the genuine fun of Call of Duty that I've missed for so long. And genuinely having the skills to outplay people, having better aim, better movement, things like that. Having better map awareness and being able to read the minimap. These are all skills, legit skills, that people who have played Modern Warfare 2019 and up to recently legit do not have, because the game developers implement systems that either withhold all that information or actively make it difficult to attain that information. I know that this is a huge far cry from a lot of the stuff that I talk about when it comes to like Genshin and other things like it, but I've just played Call of Duty for so long in my life that I have so much that I would love to talk about and share. And, you know, kind of what my channel, I'm wanting to build it up to be, is really just be a place where I can share a lot of my thoughts about games and my overall gaming experiences, really regardless of what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that, you know, those of you that are taking the time to listen so far, you know, thank you so very much, you know, firstly for that, because I understand that I started uploading a lot of Genshin first, and that's probably what primarily a lot of people are looking forward to when I do post my videos. But I don't want to stay kind of locked into one game just on the off chance that I get burnt out or, you know, I run out of ideas. Because that is one thing with Genshin that we kind of have to be wary of as content creators, is that there are going to be down points in terms of content and what's actually interesting. So, you know, having always something to fall back on, or at least different ideas to fall back on, is kind of crucial to, I think, having success with content creation, of that being your main game anyway. So I'm just trying this out, seeing how things go, and so far, you know, I was saying yesterday that I think it's going to take a lot more brain power for me to play the multiplayer over doing something like zombies, but honestly, this is just so effortless. I can't believe that, you know, I'm actually kind of holding my own here. Shut down that hand cannon. Oh my god, the train! I was so ready to turn on him. I was gonna go off. Oh, that was so funny. I think you can clearly tell by my reactions and what I hope sounds like pretty evident enthusiasm that I genuinely do love this gameplay loop, this series, when it works, when it's actively, you know, being smart. And you stole my field mic. I didn't even hear a freaking quote for that. But when the games are actively, you know, just being what they're best at, you know, rewarding players that are more intelligent and are able to harness the skills of things like reading the mini-map and having the map awareness of teammate and enemy spawns, you know, that makes the gameplay loop fun. Oh my god. You know, it's kind of crazy, like, just kind of sitting here and recording that. I feel like I am doing a bit of a better job kind of keeping my thoughts lined together and actually keeping things coherent, mostly. Better on Call of Duty than I am on Genshin. It's such a strange feeling. I don't know if that's actually going to come across when everything is condensed down and edited together, but I can definitely have a bit of an easier time, like, piecing things together in my head and making sure that I'm talking about what I want to. And it definitely makes things easier that I can seem to seamlessly string different sorts of ideas together. I was definitely getting my butt kicked that game, and that's the beauty of, like, actually having a good matchmaking system. At least now it seems like everything is a lot more toned down. I could just leave if I feel like I'm not really enjoying myself, and the next game will likely be different in some way, because that has happened multiple times in the amount of time that I've been playing over the past few days, and I love that. It feels a lot more organic, and that's the thing. Feeling organic is something that modern COD just isn't doing right now. And with Cold War being like the last ditch attempt of keeping Call of Duty in its classic arcadey style by Treyarch, we still are able to at least have a taste of that in the modern era, which I'm grateful for. I hope that Treyarch is getting a lot more of the creative liberties to do what they want in terms of how to make the game and how to balance it. And, you know, I definitely feel like things will probably lighten up for them on the dev side with this merger going through. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm just someone speaking as a fan of this series and much more of a fan of Treyarch over the other dev studios. No hating on them, by the way. They have their styles, they have their successes, but I definitely just have a lot more faith in Treyarch to make some games that fit my sort of style and what I want out of a Call of Duty. Funny story, actually. I still technically have had Modern Warfare 2 for free, basically. I got it as a Christmas present from family members, and you know, I wonder what would have happened if I would have owned the game and they still would have got it for me. But I basically got the game for free, so I don't have any sort of regrets on like buying a game that I'm not playing. The only actual money that I spent on it back when I was bothering to play it was just getting a little bit of a $5 COD point booster just to get the battle pass for 2 of the operators that were on the paid track. I don't even think I ever actually finished that battle pass. I just wanted the 2 operator characters. Whoa, I'm getting sniped. Hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna run up on you. Ready? Oh, she had the anime Barrett too, I think. The one that's like all bright and blue. I'll probably end up pulling it out just to kind of end off the video. I do enjoy sniping. Hold on. Stop that. Stop walking around. I do enjoy sniping from time to time. I'm definitely not good at it, but I can have my moments. Here, I'll get the last little transformation of my camo being purple instead of green, and we'll swap over to a sniper just to kind of see how that goes. I don't remember if the Barrett has any sort of evolving camo. Someone's behind me. Oh, wow, look, yeah, there it is. Yeah, this purple is so cool. And here's that Barrett that I was talking about. No diamond on it. I'm not gonna bother, like, going for diamond on any other category in this game, unless I end up playing with a bunch of different categories enough to where I can reasonably get close to getting diamond snipers. The snipers is, like, the next category that I would get, but with one of the camo challenges being 5 kill streaks, I'm not good enough to go on multiple 5 kill streaks with these things. Oh! This map is also ridiculously huge, and whoa, hey. Stop that. Yeah, I'm being a dick. I'm being an asshole. I'm running dual secondary machine pistols, and what of it? I'm not gonna be the camera that sits in one location with a sniper. I'm actually gonna, like, oh, okay. Oh, hell yeah. I gotta move. Oh, wait, I don't have Ghost on this? Why don't I have Ghost on this class? Run! Run away! I'm spotted. Oh, come on. I completely forgot that I'm, like, actually recording a video here, and I probably should have some stuff to talk about. I just got so caught up in actually playing the game. So yeah, apologies for that. I should actually, like, you know, be a content creator and actually, you know, make a video, talk about some stuff. At this point, I'm just thoroughly enjoying myself playing a video game that I think is actually kind of fun, you know, regardless of a lot of the cheese that can come with a Call of Duty game just in its standard multiplayer. I genuinely am having a good bit of fun, and I think that is something super special to me, especially right now, because for the longest time, I seriously thought, like, I was just completely done with not only arena shooters, but just online multiplayer games in general. Like, Genshin gave me such a different outlook into what kinds of games I could play for fun, and I seriously thought it was over for me and, you know, any online multiplayer game at that point, because any game that I was playing, I legit just wasn't enjoying. And I think it's partially because a lot of these games are actively trying to be manipulative and purely driven for the sake of income. But yeah, I legit just was not having fun with any online games that I was playing, and I seriously thought it was over for me at that point. So coming back to this and being able to see that I am having fun with a game like this that's as recent as this, it's such a nice feeling, and I can't explain to you how relieving it is for me to know that I will hard scope. Hell yeah. I'm not sure if it's like easy for you guys to tell how obvious some of these footsteps are, but playing through this, it's extremely like I know he's on the top floor. It's coming right here. Okay, he has a shotgun. But yeah, with that, I think I'll go ahead and end things here. Whoa. I'm definitely enjoying myself, and I don't know if I'll be playing Call of Duty again tomorrow for a video. We'll have to see how that goes. Because as you all know, Genshin is in a bit of a dry spell right now for me. You know, waiting for the banners to cycle through and things like that. So, we'll see how things go tomorrow. Oh wow, I actually got best play? Bruh. I wonder what happened with that girl who was using the Barrett before, because I think she actually stopped once I started using it, which is ironic. If you guys did enjoy seeing a little bit of something different here, be sure to leave a like, because I seriously, like, I genuinely am telling you right now, I would love to do this again. And if you guys don't mind seeing more Call of Duty, specifically Cold War as of right now, I will definitely like be doing this, at least until things start picking up with Genshin, you know, a bit of an event here, or, you know, maybe the banner is like right around the corner, or, you know, who knows, maybe I'll like actually kind of go through and start playing through the event again. You know, holding back on playing through that is getting harder as the days pass. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get to editing this video. I cannot contain myself. But yeah, once again, thank you all so very much for watching. And if you're new, and if you're kind of cool with just listening to a guy kind of ramble and talk about things he's passionate about, really, because my God, this was such a passion video right here, feeling like classic Call of Duty. Be sure to subscribe, because I'm definitely going to be doing this like as long as I can. Like, actually, like, I don't have much on my plate in terms of a schedule at the moment, so this is just the next best thing that I can do to occupy my time, and I'm loving doing this. I'm loving it. So yeah, be sure to subscribe if you're cool with just hearing someone talk about things that they love, because this is going to go for Genshin, it goes for COD, and any other games that I kind of enjoy as well. So I'm going to stop rambling here. I won't hold you guys here anymore. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.